Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of the Divine Play podcast.
A practical guide to living with joy.
I'm Shannon Morrison.
And I'm Mirlena.
And we are here today with an amazing, amazing human, Lamar Callahan. I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. As we get started here, Lamar is a U.S. Air Force veteran and a former Boy Scout and troop leader. He is a licensed professional massage therapist for over 30 years. His time as a scout and a scout leader made Lamar appreciate the simplicity of the beautiful lessons in helping others. In building Africans Supporting Africans Corporation, Lamar's endeavors to honor God by being a servant of the Lord, doing his work, and being the person he wants Lamar to be. Lamar is the founder and chief executive officer of Africans Supporting Africans. Oh my gosh, Lamar, it is so awesome to have you on our podcast. And we are so excited to have this amazing conversation. Welcome.
Thank you, Shannon and Mirlena. Thank you for this time and opportunity to talk to your guest, to be your guest.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's just get started. We have so many questions, and I know that we have had conversations before this, and I know that Mirlena has like this question in her head right now. So we're gonna start this conversation with regards to this poem and just explaining your logo and what you do and how it creates joy in the world. So Mirlena, ask away.
You know me, I always have questions. So Lamar, it was such a joy to really take a deep dive into your logo and all of the symbolism that you have there. And there were a couple pieces of your logo that really spoke to me, and from your poem, where you spoke about the African continent specifically and the oneness of humanity. And that's the first place that I want to start, because I know for me, connection is a really big part of joy. And that connection to other human beings, to other cultures, to other parts of the world. And I find that through so many things. For me, it's through dance. That's where I find my connection to the oneness of humanity. It's a language that's really universal for me. And so I would love to know a little bit about the name of your corporation, first and foremost, Africans Helping Africans, and the oneness of humanity and why that's so meaningful to you.
Okay, thank you. Africans Supporting Africans Corp is, the meaning of it, let me slow down. Africans Supporting Africans is about where it goes into the, slow down. Africans Supporting Africans means all of us, because we all come from the continent. And so I couldn't see naming the company Humanity Supporting Humanity. That to me was too broad of a statement. But we all started from the continent, no matter where we are now. If we can just get past the small things in life, the racism, the hatred, the things that are manufactured to break us apart. But if we look at the things that really matter, are that we all start at the same place. That's our humanity. So I started with home. And that's where I come from, Africans Supporting Africans. Because we all start at the same place. So with that being the meaning is we're all supporting each other. So it's not about Black people, it's not about African people, it's humanity. It's all of us supporting each other. And so when you look at the logo, you notice that there's all the shades of each other, of all people, all the shades of each other. You notice that you have the dove, that's the human spirit, and it's rising. So if the human spirit can rise in peace and love, then there's a new light to service. And with that new rising, then we can actually have peace. And from that peace, we'll have love and purity in giving. And that's the meaning of the logo. But that's all of it in a nutshell, is a beacon towards humanity loving and helping one another.
That's one of the things I really loved on your website. It was like the very top of your website. And it made me smile and it made me chuckle a little bit, that what's at the top, it says serving humanity is how we are serving humanity. Like, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. And in some of our previous conversations, you've really shared with us about, you know, growing up, you had these really amazing people that reached back and just like pulled you forward in your life. And I think it is just that simple. Like, just go out and like reach out your hand and help somebody else. And it seems to me in our conversations that seems to really be at the heart of what you're doing with the tutorsforyou.org, which is the kind of other part of your business. And would you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with that?
Well, tutorsforyou.org provides online tutoring for $5 an hour for children from preschool to 12th grade and adults. And the concept is that education is expensive. And for those families that learn that they need to get a tutor, they're now looking to spend an additional $30 to $300, depending on where they go. That outprices a lot of families. So what I'm looking to do with our educational arm is to lower the price of tutoring per class, but to rise the quality of the tutors. And so what we've done is I've lowered the price to $5 per class, but all of our tutors are actual teachers. So in essence, you're getting an experienced teacher for $5. And with our teachers, on average, have 11 years of experience in the classroom. Some of our teachers have been teaching better than 30 years. And at present, we have 14 doctors on our staff. So we are just 5 days short of our anniversary, 1-year anniversary. And we have a lot of talented people working with us.
It's so amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful thing that you're doing in the world. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. All right, Lamar, I want to know a little bit more. I am so inspired by people's whys, like their vision of why they created something or why they're so passionate about a certain subject or to move people forward. So I really wanted to know your why on starting this tutoring program, this nonprofit.
Well, for me, I used to be a teacher, and I actually, in my daily prayers, say, "Dear Father, please bless me to be the person you want me to be, to do the things you want me to do, to act, say, and live according to your will." And it's been about 2 years now that I was told to start a nonprofit, told by God, not by an actual friend or something. And my experience is I used to volunteer at a food bank. I used to work as an administrator for a nonprofit doing childcare services. As I stated, I used to be a teacher, and I have 30 years experience as a massage therapist. So using my experience in my past, my nonprofit touches on those 4 aspects: education, hunger, childcare services, and healthcare. So that's the 4 areas of what we do at ASA.
So I know that we talked in previous conversations, like Mirlena said, and I know that mentorship is super important to you. Can you lean a little bit on that conversation about how people pulled you forward And I feel like that's part of your why. I feel like that's why you created this. And then that's why you asked for inspiration and a sign of what you should do next.
Well, I've been blessed to have some really special people in my life. I have Don DeFetti, who was my scout master. He was the assistant scout master for a handicap troop. And so I've been able to see one-on-one what people with challenges, real challenges, have had to live with. And so you can't, I'm trying to think of the quote at the bottom of my webpage, but you can't laugh at people and feel sorry for them when you understand the challenges that they have. And I've had my uncle came to my life when I was in need. I've had David Rose when I was 18, teach me a lot about business. You know, one lesson was a Friday night when people were going home and we're at dinner and he's, Lamar, those people are going home trying to beat us. But he's like, do you know what they're doing? They're trying to beat us. And I'm thinking, David, they're going home. And he taught me the lesson that even though they're going home, they're thinking about how to beat us in business. And so I've thought about business as a way to continue to think about business and how to move our business along. I've had a lot of special people take me under their wing. And so it's important for me to do the same thing for other people. And I have been a scoutmaster for 5 different troops. I have mentored countless youth, males and females. It's just important for me to help the youth, and not just youth, people my own age, people that are older than me, who are going through their lives needing someone to listen to. And if you want, call it my calling, but that's what I do. And I hope that one day my uncle will be proud of me. And you listen to him now, you say, I am proud of Lamar. But hopefully one day I will do something to make him proud of me. And others will say, that guy really did do a good thing in his lifetime.
I think that legacy has a completely different meaning to some people, and some people's legacy is money. And I think the most important legacy is how someone made you feel. And that's what I hear you saying. I think that is the profound lesson here, is how you helped others, how you served while you were here and in this lifetime, and how you made people feel. And I'm sure they feel seen, they feel heard, they feel supported. And that is absolutely beautiful, Lamar.
Thank you.
This
I tickle people too.
The whole topic of this podcast is, we're here to talk about like joy and how to live your life with joy. And, in talking to you, I hear so much about mentorship, and I really resonate with that, because I've had mentors in my own life who have really like reached their hand back to me and pulled me forward and made things possible for me that wouldn't have been possible on my own without the support and guidance of the mentors that I've had along the way. And, Shannon, you talking about how it's how somebody makes you feel that is really truly what legacy is all about. I have a friend whose father passed away recently, and I went to the funeral, and they stood up and they gave a brief eulogy, and they talked about how their father was not a rich man. He wasn't a CEO. He wasn't a billionaire. He didn't build businesses. But what he did do was love the people that were around him. He doted on his children. He loved his grandkids. He was always there for everybody. And it sounds like for you, what I'm hearing is that your satisfaction in life, where you get your spark, is really from the legacy that you're leaving with each person that you touch. And for me, that's such a powerful thing, because I always say, like, I'm out here changing the world, like one interaction at a time, one person at a time, because you are who you are because of Don DeFetti, because of your business mentor, because of the people in your life, because of your uncle. And now you get to turn around and you get to make the same ripples. And that goes through one person at a time, but you've touched so many lives. It's like rippling out from you in just these endless ripples that move out into the world. And so I'm a little curious myself. I scrolled through your teachers. I had to scroll like 6 times. So how are you getting people to come and be a part of this organization with you? How do you find them? How do you talk them into it? Like, how are you doing that? You have a lot of people showing up for you in this organization.
Well, I initially posted an ad online and they answered the call.
Just that simple.
You know, yeah, they answered the call. I heard that in a movie someplace. You know, you place an ad and they answer the call. I'm just quite honest with people, and that's just my life. Just be honest with people. I let them know what I'm doing, and in our conversations, they understand what we're doing, and they understand that the motive is helping families. And I say that to them over and over. That's the goal, helping families. And if you look at the schedules, a lot of them put in a lot of work with our families, a lot of time. I've been very fortunate to find teachers with a lot of experience, a lot of high quality, and a lot of love. A lot of love for students. And that's you can't do any better than that. You know, being a teacher is not the most profitable business. And I would know that as a teacher, but you don't get into teaching for the money, because it's not the place to be. You get into teaching for helping students. And the teachers that I have understand that we're not looking at just touching the students in where we are. Because when you look at the classes or the teachers that we have teachers all over the world. And we are looking to help families all over the world. And that's what's key, is helping families all over the world.
That's beautiful.
I was just going to say they I know we're both so excited about Lamar. I was just going to say they answered the call just like you did.
Yes.
We attract what we are. And it sounds like you attracted a lot of people who are a lot like you. Okay, Shannon, take it away. We'll talk.
So fun. It's so hard to be like, oh, I want to talk. Yeah. I'm a talker. So this is going to be a strategic way of being for me in this podcast. Lamar, I'm curious. I know I scrolled so much. So, and I love that. I think we all think it has to be complicated. And Lamar is all here like, I just posted an ad. They reached out and they accepted the call. And I was like, it doesn't have to be freaking hard. I love that. And I love that we can create this amazing opportunity for kids, for families, for adults that you serve, from humans all over the world, because we have the internet and the capability of reaching that massive ripple. And So how many teachers do you have right now?
We have roughly just under 100 teachers.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. And just for our audience to know, like, how many classes or courses do you think that you have, or do you know the number of courses from like this to like, is there life skills? Is there anything like that, or just core classes? Briefly.
Okay. We have roughly 115 classes. We serve children to adults. And what I mean by that is preschool to 12th grade. And just to break it down a little bit, preschool, including Montessori, we have 29 languages, college prep classes, SAT, ACT, GED, AI, computer classes, dance classes, including ballet and TikTok, English as a second language. That's just naming a few.
So you have a huge variety. I love
Yes.
that. I love that. So what came up to me just now, because I'm always thinking about something, but when COVID happened and all of these kiddos were homeschooled, part of my last job was family support for kiddos that were in foster care or kiddos that were home, and we just really had to lean in. Got the opportunity to teach, to tutor, to encourage, to do your homework at home, and support parents. And this sounds like an awesome opportunity to help support the entire family. Where I saw the difficulty and the challenge when COVID happened for all these kids to just all of a sudden be at home because of the world circumstance at the moment, and all these parents that necessarily weren't teachers and maybe didn't math well at a 12th grade level, or maybe their first language isn't English, but their kiddos are learning, right? I see this awesome potential with your services with that can really enhance and grow the entire family and the entire family's confidence, right? Because if the kiddos are coming, and the fact that the cost is $5 per class, I've personally got tutors for $35 or $40 or $60 an hour in my past to math better. And so I know, and that was an hour, right? So every time I had an assignment, it was $40, $60 an hour. And so this is an amazing opportunity for the entire family, because I saw the hardship that it created. I saw the stress that it created. And I saw the kiddos not wanting to do the damn work, right? And so if you have this resource for families all over the world, it's huge and it's beautiful. Kudos to you for creating it. Kudos for you for answering the call, and creating that ripple. Already in just 1 year, you
Yes.
have amazing courses, classes, and beautiful array of a huge variety of teachers that are very well gifted and also want to create joy in the world. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I went to your website like before our call this morning, and I saw that you actually have the ability to register for classes now. Is that correct? So
Yes.
it's live. I saw that I could register for classes. So that website, again, for anybody who's really interested in that, is tutorsforyou.org. And you can go register for classes. So go get you some tutoring, people, because it is really a cool thing. It's an amazing thing. And I love how deeply you've done this, like from your heart. And, you know, I know that you funded this from your own wallet in the beginning, because it was so important to you. And I'm really curious, with bigger and better funding, could you do more? Could you do more for people if you had that?
If I had it, yes, I could do a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more.
So you know how you just put an ad out and people answered the call? I'm officially saying to the universe and to everybody listening to this podcast, Lamar Callahan is doing amazing things with tutorsforyou.org and Africans Helping Africans. And if you would like to play telephone with the universe, we're putting out the call. I think we're putting out the call to get more funding to Lamar. And maybe you can't do it, but maybe you know somebody who can do it. Maybe you know a grant writer. Maybe you know somebody who works with 501c3 nonprofits to get them funding. And I'm throwing it out to the universe right now, because I think you need more resources for Tutors for You. I think you need all the resources the universe has. So I'm just for funsies, throwing it out to the universe. We're putting out the call. We're putting out the ad to the universe, and we're going to see
this ad.
I love it too. Thank you.
Yes.
I was just thinking, like, if we had a magic wand, and that is exactly what I was thinking, and you just created the magic wand. You were like, yeah, it doesn't have to be difficult. Just put an ad out there. So I love that so much, because I was like, if we had a magic wand, what could we create right now with this amazing episode for you, for your organization, for the people, the friends, the families? And that is the magic wand, Lamar. Put it out there, put the ad out there. Here we go. We're up for it. I cannot wait to see what you create in this next anniversary of your organization. We will be in touch. I think this is going to be beautiful, and the ripple will be massive and beautiful.
Thank you.
I know that one of the things we often talk about in the podcast is if we had one thing that we could offer up to people around the person that we're interviewing, maybe you have something. I see something that's going to bring more joy to my life in just having this conversation with you. And for me, that one thing is to keep it simple,
Yes.
to not complicate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
a
my
very
gosh,
straightforward person, and I'm not looking to complicate anything. To make it complicated, I see it if I was to complicate anything, I might grow hair. But no, by keeping it simple, it makes it easier for me. It makes it easier for the families. It makes it easier for the teachers. And I'm not a complicated person. The logo is the hard part. So keep it simple, stupid is the motto I use with it. And I didn't make up that motto. So yes, keep it simple for everybody, and it works for everybody.
Oh my gosh, Lamar, this was amazing. I love every bit of this. Keep it simple. I think a lot of us get stuck in mechanics and make it overcomplicated when it can be just that simple. I love this. This has been amazing. I have learned so much. I am inspired. I loved our conversation. I love the beautiful creative aspects of how you created your organization and how you created your logo. So again, check out the bio, check out the information here underneath this podcast episode or the YouTube episode to get in touch, to register for classes, to serve any ability that you have to support this organization. We love it. We love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Lamar, for being here with us.
Thank you so much for the time and the opportunity. And to everybody, thank you for listening, and thank you in advance for letting us at tutorsforyou.org help you.
Awesome. Such a pleasure, Lamar. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you both.